You are listening to Maximum Pew Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Maximum Pew Pew follows continuous storylines that are meant to be enjoyed from the beginning. This episode follows the Chariot of the Gods storyline and may contain spoilers for the Alien RPG Starter Kit scenario published by Free League. The following segments may contain mature themes, adult language, and graphic depictions of violence.
Cronus was harboring xenomorphic materials. No, it was overrun with xenomorphic materials. Mother, cause of death, Daniel Cooper.
Daniel Cooper of the USCSS Cronus suffered from a subarachnoid hemorrhage.
Are you suggesting he had a stroke? Mother, what caused the SAH?
Unable to determine cause. Clinical evidence was destroyed by USCSS Montero crew member Liren Cham.
Evidence. Wayland Yutani wants to fully automate their investigations, but someone's smashing a damn skull-bursting monstrosity out of self-defense is destroying clinical evidence. Next file.
Loading file. Chariot of the Gods. 4. Subject. USCSS Montero. Anomaly.
Anomaly? Our heroes, rather the crew of the USCSS Montero.
It's sci-fi. It's sci-fi. There's no such thing as heroes.
Yeah, the crew of the USCSS Montero is in...
Montero is such a good ship name.
Cryo Bay 2 right now.
We have regrouped?
I'm still in the air.
You regroup because all of a sudden there's like a yelp and then rhythmic clanging of a metal wrench on the floor as Cham is turning this thing into a paste.
Rise just thinks something's getting broken again.
Save your existential crisis for later.
I've got too much adrenaline right now to worry about existential crisis.
Everyone make an air check.
Oh, God.
And I am supposed to be rolling stress dice.
Not on the air check. This is a consumable check.
Okay.
And
so those don't...
Right.
Ones are what matter.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get bonuses for sixes on this, do we?
No.
We take up meditation.
Technically, they want you to roll stress dice, but whatever. I mean, it's just... Yeah. So after that combat and regrouping and all that stuff, that's what happened. There are now 4 individuals in...
The scientist who just died, his head looked like George Lucas before the alien came out of it.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah. That's revenge for the prequels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. So you've put everyone else to sleep. You are now presumably
shaken?
Maybe. Now so stress can be healed, and it takes a turn. So for you know what? We just ended the act. So if you had any stress, remove 1 point. Because I didn't explain this to you. Everyone's got a signature item. Once an act, you can kind of interact with your signature item, and it will reduce a point of stress.
I suppose I am wearing a jacket under this spacesuit.
Do we need to roleplay this, or is this just a thing?
Technically, you'd need to roleplay it, but I'm making it a thing right now, and then we can roleplay it for Act 2 and Act 3.
Oh, okay.
Also, you can reduce stress by taking spending a turn resting.
Okay.
In a presumably safe place. You just have to think that it's...
Not here!
No.
Not here!
Presumably.
You just have to think it's safe.
Still not here!
I presume that you're right. Yeah, nowhere.
Look, we killed the gremlin.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
The head gremlin?
Me.
Well, look.
You are
so I would like to explain to the people
I'm
listening.
acidic.
that as Cham's player was saying, he's pointing directly at the center of his USS Nostromo t-shirt.
Do we have secondary objectives for this act?
Yeah, I heard this ship.
Yeah, you do. God.
So we have an objective for Act 2.
It's bad.
Yes.
Cool.
Jeez.
I asked about that once. The company said they demoted me to this place.
So, pass
we
that
have
down to
your next
Rye.
assignment.
Look at Rye being a better GM than the GM. Let's see. Miller. Ooh, Wilson.
All right.
Wilson.
You are shitting me. There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
And
Fuck.
Cham.
Thank you.
So I'll let everyone look at their
Hold on. I think I still need my... Oh, no, I still got it here. Okay.
Yeah. So everyone gets their Act 2 information there. You all are kind of recollecting, getting yourself calmed. You get Miller.
Yep.
You get a notification on like your like you kind of got a watch that helps monitor some of this stuff.
Sure.
It's not as powerful as like an Apple Watch, but like it's like
Hey, your pager's blinking.
like a skydiver would use to check with like.
I mean, I'm picturing one of the Casio watches just beeping,
Yeah.
which I love.
That's happening while the distant sound of klaxons go off. You're getting a notification that the self-destruct sequence on the Montero has been activated.
That's not good.
That isn't good.
Where does one turn off the self-destruct?
Okay.
What the hell's going on, man?
So I've got about a second and a half of just deer in headlights look, and then fucking running.
Okay. You're running to the Montero? You're on the
Processing.
Cronus.
Yeah,
The Montero is your ship.
it is.
And your ship, that is currently unoccupied right now.
Is getting ready to blow itself up.
Danger.
Yeah, T-minus
The
10,
emergency destruct
10
system
minutes
is
and
now
counting.
activated. The ship will detonate in
Do
T
I need to pull up that timer?
10
No,
I have that timer.
minutes.
No.
Okay.
The option to override
moving at the speed of
automatic
story right
detonation
now.
expires in
I'm gonna run with you.
5 minutes.
Yeah, this is some bullshit.
Davis is also going to join because being a pilot, this is...
Right.
Yeah, we got a problem here. Fuck. Okay. We're not going to live if that blows up. So we got to get that.
What do you mean we're not going to live?
The self-destruct is going. Let's go.
All right. So
Well, who would have set it off?
you go save the ship. You've got a gun. I don't have a gun. There was an oogie boogie. Cham, my man, killed it. I'm gonna say about staying here and seeing if we can get this ship up and running, just in case you fail. We still have a boat ride home.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go make sure that both ships don't blow up.
That sounds like
Well,
a good plan,
I
Captain.
think that if that's happening, you should stay here. It's too dangerous. We need you. I mean, this ship is perfectly capable of getting us back. And if we do this, you can get 3 of your ships. Look, I know this is emotional for you, but I don't want you throwing yourself away over a piece of corporate machinery.
Character knowledge question.
Sure.
Might actually have 2. What is required to deactivate a self-destruct?
Excellent question. Most self-destruct sequences, there is a station near like the reactor.
I would imagine that
I've got
it
a
could
couple
only
of
even be
questions.
turned on if Mother approves.
I've got a couple of questions, and I'm only trying to figure
So
out
I'm going to say on the
what my options are and what in character would be the best, because that is my initial thing. Is like, well, neither ship's going to be around if one of them fucking blows up and they're docked.
Now, the Montero, you know that the Montero's self-destruct sequence could only be engaged and disengaged from the bridge, and typically with permission from Mother. Because what that means is that only you could be the one to really initiate that. So, like, someone that would have to have access to Mother to be able to do it.
Is it possible for Mother to automatically arm that?
It was possible
does it
for Mother
require-
to reroute itself to visit this place.
Make me
Not that
contact.
my character would say that out
Oh,
loud.
hell. Okay.
I think that would be the most appropriate.
I keep rolling dice I ain't got
Yeah, keep making. Make contact.
with the stress. No success.
No. You don't know if Mother would be capable of doing that or not.
Okay. But regardless, somebody has activated that.
What you also do know is that it is a process to go to. It's not just like an instant, like cross wires and then self-destruct. There's a process that
It's the overload thing from the first movie.
It takes 10 minutes to do, and kind of the point of no return is about the 5-minute mark.
Okay. So, question. Would it be faster to get the hell away from the Montero or to try to disable it?
How are you going to get away from the Montero? Because right now the engines and stuff do not work.
That's what I was afraid of. Okay. So we have to disable that self-destruct. Because if it doesn't, we both blow up.
Yeah. Plus
So salvaging this ship requires us save the Montero.
the Montero.
Is that a safe assumption?
Davis will pipe in and say, the Montero's engines work just fine. We could get it away if it doesn't.
The Montero's full of explosive gas too.
Yeah, the whole back end's full of helium-3.
So if the Montero explodes, we lose the Cronus as well.
Well, then we should get it away from here.
So can we pilot the Montero remotely, or is somebody
There's
going to
a
have to
shuttle.
go fly it?
Should
Oh,
be
that's
able-
right.
Now, taking the shuttle back, that's like the super awesome dramatic way to do it.
back to the.
Yeah, so you you got to set the controls, turn it on, it starts pushing away, and then you got to run for the shuttle.
Yeah,
That's how I was
essentially
thinking we'd get out of there.
put that on a course as far away from us as possible.
Who ended up going? Did you go, Captain?
Nobody's left yet.
Okay.
We are currently debating this on the clock, having this whole conversation.
Yeah, except the book race that Mother is doing right now is
Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-9 minutes.
Everyone mark a stress because of that, too.
Cool. Love it.
All right, well, someone needs to...
Yeah, somebody go back. Davis. Davis is the only one that would be...
Yeah, she's the pilot.
She's going to be the only one that's going to be able to do that.
The
Get that thing
pilot
on a
can
course.
set it to autopilot. Like you would have to, the
Disengage it.
autopilot would be the equivalent of putting the cinder block on the gas pedal.
That's all we need. Get it
That's
on a
fair.
course as
And
away
she would,
fast as
we're
possible away
we're in
from
deep
us.
space.
And
There are only
whoever's-
two things that matter for frame of reference, and that's the two ships.
Yeah, and
That's fine.
The only thing was like whoever was doing that would need to board the Daisy and bring it back.
Yeah, essentially, here's the plan. Davis, get on the Montero, get that thing set on a course away from us as fast as possible, get in the Daisy, and get the hell back here.
So you're ordering Davis to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Somebody wants to go with her and prep the goddamn shuttle. Also, probably be a good idea. Maybe me.
I can go. No, you need to stay here.
Okay.
I'll go help.
So Wilson and Davis are
Yeah.
boarding the Montero. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do while they're doing that is I'm going to go repair the reactor leak.
Okay. So you're going to go down to the reactor.
Yeah, Montero's lost at this point.
Yeah, in order to repair so we can get the engines working on this ship.
Okay. With the... Okay. So you are heading down to the reactor room.
Yes.
Cham, what are you doing?
I'll go with you to help you.
Yeah, so
Okay.
let's go,
Makes
Cham.
sense.
Team Mechanic is going down to the reactor room. Got it. Miller, what are you doing?
Well, if
Did we
we're...
finish with the eggs?
No, you
they're
started with
still-
one, and then as the report was coming along, because Miller had heard that the dust was hitting
Right.
the
So
air.
it's just like it's like a crisis pancake.
Right.
We
Yeah.
gotta eat the one on top before we get back to the original pancake.
We got a stack we
Yeah.
gotta go through.
You went to IHOP, got the all you can eat, and before you can finish that first stack, there's like 3 more flapjacks, like
Yeah.
right on
Yeah.
top.
It's
Wait,
just-
what kind of IHOP is that?
The one full of alien eggs. Duh.
Oh, it's the Interstellar House of Pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Interstellar.
Okay,
Should've
anyways,
gotten the
continue.
special.
Intensely horrific ovopositing parasites. There's the IHOP that we've got.
So what is the
just
captain
killed
doing?
Matt.
What is
All
the
right,
captain
I'm
doing?
just saying that,
Okay.
Yeah,
at
Cappy's
some
on.
point,
Okay.
space IHOP will happen in Starfinder.
That's fine. Okay, so here's the thing.
Space
We're
baby
on the
salad.
Cronus now. Montero is gone. In order for us to survive, we've got to get the Cronus in a workable shape, and we got to get all these fucking monsters off this goddamn ship.
Okay.
Any bit of information that we can get to try to figure out how to fucking kill these things, how to destroy these, how to sanitize this fucking ship. Where would I go for that kind of information?
Sounds
What
like
would
a
I do?
science lab.
I mean,
Or
you've
the
got
lab.
you've got a ship AI. You've got presumably eyewitnesses. You've got 3 full decks of ship that you haven't explored yet.
Nope. We ain't had a chance.
There's a lot of unknowns.
There are so many. So many. Okay. All right. You were able to interface with Mother.
Yeah, with the door open.
That might be the best option, really, at this point, is trying to figure out where the hell do we go from here? What are these things?
I mean, physically, weren't you given a location we should take it to?
The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-3 minutes.
We're on our way.
Well, I know that Wilson and Davis are on their way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilson and Davis are on their way. I'm sorry. Stress is affecting me out of character. It's beautiful.
That's an episode title.
Anxiety. I love it. Okay. No, I legitimately do not know where the fuck to go from here.
If you want more information, Mother
Mother or the
science labs or the med labs
Mhm.
is definitely the place to go. If you can't decide, roll a 6-sided dice. It also acts as a D3.
Okay.
Oh, look.
You rolled a 2.
Now he has to decide what a 2 means.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
let's
decide
science
how
lab.
you're going to break that
Yeah,
D6
science
into
lab.
3.
Science lab.
So you're going to a science lab to try to
myself.
Okay, so let's start with the Montero. Davis,
Mhm.
Wilson, you're on the Montero. Davis is making all the preparations for quick evac, flipping switches,
Mhm.
like the rapid check of systems, making sure that
I have a theory, and there's a reason that I came.
yeah, making sure the Daisy is suitable for
Yeah.
evac. But that's Davis right now. Like
So-
Davis is probably not going to be paying too much attention.
But
to
Davis
whatever
are they working on the shuttle now or the ship?
kind of
A little bit
both.
of both.
Like she's a little bit scatterbrained. Like her mind's on getting this. If she can get the ship going, then you all can figure out the Daisy. So like right now,
Right.
the ship undock go.
Mm-hmm. That's what we want.
That part 1's done. Part 2 is now getting the Daisy. So like
Okay.
right now the Montero is her priority.
All right, so I'm going to go check on the Daisy and get it, get access to it and make sure it's
Okay.
running.
Yeah, it's running just fine.
Pre-flight, get the engines warmed up,
Yeah.
and make sure that the bay that opens and lets it out is functioning.
Everything is working properly.
Okay, good.
Like you don't want to be the one to pilot it. Thankfully, you brought the pilot with you.
Mm-hmm.
But you have no reason to believe that. I mean, you all have practiced this.
Well, right.
Like anybody on this ship could probably run this thing and get it detached and stuff like that. It's kind of like a lifeboat if they absolutely had to.
Okay.
So like this is not everything. I mean, you've trained on doing this.
Then once that's done and it's ready to go, I'm going to go back and check on Davis.
Yeah, Davis is putting the last touches on this right now. You will hear the countdown kind of, you hear like that 6 minute right now. So anything you'd like to do? You're just kind of waiting on her, or
my intent is to just make sure that it's going according to plan, and that you know what? There's something I'm going to do.
Okay.
Is I'm going to go check on Mother and see what orders are running on her screens.
Excellent. You're using this with your credentials, right? You basically get a copy of that, like, first handout.
Okay. So okay. All right. Then my intent is to make sure that nothing programmed or nothing that's going on inside that computer interferes with us living through this. That's my whole point of being here.
Yep. Make me a Comtech.
Okay.
Do you have any stress?
Yes, I have the one you just gave.
So
everybody.
yeah, you can add a stress die. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I used it up. I got no sixes.
No sixes. Okay.
You got no ones.
No one on the stress die.
Okay. You must have slept through that day of like trying to get, like, you're trying to access, like, can I shut this down? Can I do anything?
No,
like,
no. I just want to be like forewarned in case I'm not trying to shut anything down.
When you look at diagnostics, everything's working properly. There's nothing else that's been shut down or compromised. It's just that the self-destruct's on.
Okay. All right.
Merely.
Well, it's what I expected.
That's it. That's all.
Because I've seen these movies too.
Okay.
All right. Then we're going to. I want to make sure that, like, suddenly, the counter goes to 2 minutes instead of 5. That sort of nonsense doesn't happen.
Yeah. No.
And like, I'm also here to make sure that the pilot is working well under stress.
So Davis is working well under stress. Now we've got a few options. Davis is going to have to make a check here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this game, you can do the equivalent of like aid another. And what that does is it adds a die to their ability to do stuff. But also there is a skill, which is command. Now, if you have command, basically every success, you would issue her a command. Every success that you get gives her an additional die. So if you have a really good command skill, and this would be like really good for like a captain or something, for example.
Yeah.
But if you have a really good
I have a
command,
moderate ability on this. I don't have it. I'm not trained, but I have like 5 empathy. So
I've got a 5 empathy and a 3 command.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I have enough to justify rolling it.
So command is good for stopping panic. You can give orders, even if it's just over a radio. And for every success you roll, they get a +1 modification of their roll when carrying out the order you gave.
Okay, well, since we've all been trained on like the emergency procedures, I would just like to start basically, use the command to start reading through the emergency procedures, and just almost as a comfort and as a reinforcement to that, we've trained on this, we can do this and get it done in time.
Okay, so yeah, make me a command.
And there's a 6.
Single 6, so that gives her an additional die. So she would normally start with 8. This is a hard task that she is doing, which will take out 2, but you're giving her 1.
There we go.
She got 3 6s. So let's see just how well she does. It's pretty darn good. Oh. Yeah. She makes it look easy. Like she
her it
did,
is.
yeah. She disembarks the Daisy, turns it full thrust, and I mean, you don't even feel a pressure wave when the Montero finally goes up. There's like this initial explosion at the front, and then this
oh god,
almost like a yellow and blue, just like big explosion in the back where like all the helium-3 goes up.
That's fusion material.
She shows off. You don't even feel the pressure
I
wave.
noticed this was a little redundant.
At no point.
Ionized plasma.
Well, what other kind of plasma would you have?
Right. I mean, that's redundant.
Yeah. At no point did you feel unsafe. Like, it's kind of relieving for this to happen, but I mean, that was your home that just
blew
up.
I've been there 6 months, and it's not, not even my ship.
Nope. Well, it's mine now. Well, I guess technically the company's, but
Technically, you're the ranking officer on the Cronus.
Okay, so while you and Davis are off on your starship on the Montero,
Now the real work's happening.
trying to do it, what is other people doing?
All right.
Let's go with the captain and do your thing.
Captain.
I believe I'm making my way down to the science lab to
Okay.
figure out what the hell's going on. We can go down the stairs together, because I'll get off on deck B, you get off on deck C.
This is
We
my
left
stop.
before you. You were talking to people. We are already on our
you're
way
all-
there.
Okay. Then never mind.
So, you are going to science lab, right?
Yeah. I need some info to give to people.
Where is that at? That's on Bravo?
It is on Bravo.
And you are going via junction A2?
Yes.
Okay,
A2
so,
to B2.
yeah, you go A2 to B2.
Med lab would probably be the best option, because
We're going down to C, aren't we?
they had medical issues the whole way through, so there might be something in med lab.
So you're going to med lab. Okay. Oh, and team mechanic is going down to reactor.
Yeah.
That's what the rest of the crew thinks
Yeah,
they're doing.
Miller. Oh, that's what the rest of the group thinks they're doing?
That's what I announced, and then I walked off to go do it.
Okay,
But that's why I'm forcing everyone else to go first.
gotcha.
Oh, fuck.
Miller.
Beautiful.
Make me an observation roll.
Sure. Observation is, let me see here. That is wits. So add 2, add 2. Well, we got problems.
Oh man.
Wow.
What type of problems do we
You're
have?
That would be 2 1s on stress dice.
Okay. So,
Do you have like a nervous breakdown?
no, that's
He's
fine.
lost
Like,
it on us.
there's not like an escalation if you roll multiple ones,
Regardless, 1s were rolled.
and you didn't have any successes.
I did not. No.
Okay. This is about to get really fun.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is.
So,
We get to learn new and exciting parts of the rules.
yeah.
Yes, we do.
So, first of all, whatever it was that I asked you to try to observe does not happen. You
Cool.
just don't observe it.
Nope. Of course not. Why would I do that? Why would I see anything? There's nothing happening
Second,
here.
I would like for you to roll a d6 and add your stress and tell me what you get.
Okay. 1d6,
Uh-huh.
add stress.
Just roll 1d6 and add the
add
two.
the number
add
of
two.
stress.
Yes. Sorry.
The number of stress die.
Yep.
Okay.
Ugh.
3!
You keep it together. So
You're good.
You're full of shit.
no result.
Okay.
of-
No, I
yeah.
I
You managed to
believe
keep your
you,
nerves in check
but
barely.
I need to vent.
Yeah.
What would have failed there?
I imagine there's a
Ba-
threshold.
Yeah, there's a whole table. Basically,
Oh, okay.
6 and under you're fine.
Okay.
It's a higher result
Okay.
that becomes bad.
The higher, and,
So a
and
low
everything
roll on
from
that is
7
good.
to 16
It's
has
bad.
something bad happen.
Okay, so on the panic, you want a low roll.
So that means the chart at least goes to 16. Hashtag life goals.
So okay, the chart actually goes to 15 plus, but honestly, 16 is the maximum. So it might as well have just said 15 to 16. You are alone in a new area.
Yes, I am.
You've split the party.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the ship that you've called home is about to blow up, and a lesser person would have probably had a nervous break at this point. But
I believe that the term we would like to use for the self-destruct is incipient.
yeah, but you breathe
Yes. Cool.
and you mentally get yourself through this particular trying
Both in and out of character.
situation. Would Miller have been making an attempt to be quiet about their approach, like cautious?
Yes.
So how did Miller handle being quiet? Were they being quiet or?
Yeah, they're trying to be stealthy. I rolled it to see.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to be sneaky because this is a part of the ship we haven't been to yet. We don't know what the hell else is lurking down here. Probably nothing good.
Okay.
And we're trying to get some sort of information on whatever the hell these things are.
So stealth is actually going to be
Fucking
a
head goblins.
mobility roll.
Mobility.
Yep. You can make a mobility roll for me.
Okay, so let's get some stress dice. Let's get some agility dice. Let's get a mobility die. Okay. Maybe I can get a goddamn 6. Maybe I can avoid a 1. Let's find out. That is a 6.
A 6. Okay.
On the stress die.
On the stress die.
Yeah, so it worked out.
Stress is,
That's
Not
a
all
powerful
bad.
drug right there.
my heart is actually racing right now.
Okay.
I am concerned.
You can make it to you go towards the fore of the ship after you get out of the junction, and your plan was to go to the med lab.
That is correct.
Okay. So you go through the science sector, you go through that door. The med lab would be on your left towards the port of the ship, and you can access the med lab.
Okay, cool.
Within this room are 2 older generation Pauling med pods. One has its plexiglass tube splintered and shattered as if something broke out of it. The other is sealed and lit from within, but the entire inner surface of the plexiglass is covered in thick, dried blood. There's a row of large specimen jars. Floating within 2 of them are 2 small alien creatures, very similar to the one that was beaten to a pulp earlier. On a far shelf is a smaller specimen jar without liquid, containing what appears to be, imagine like a skin-colored broccoli.
Okay.
Imagine broccoli but flesh.
Beautiful. I love it.
Okay, you like that?
No, but that doesn't change the fact that that's what's happening right now.
Inside looks hazy, almost like if you can imagine a snow globe, but with a sandy sink.
What is this inside of? I might have missed that one.
There's a smaller specimen jar without liquid. It has what appears to be almost like fleshy broccoli florets.
In the specimen jar.
In the specimen jar. Also
Okay.
inside the specimen jar, it almost looks like if you can imagine like a miniature sandstorm. Like almost like
That's
a snow
not
globe.
concerning. Okay.
On the desk next to that is an open metallic urn. 4 organic-looking glass vials are inside the urn. 3 of those are intact with some kind of black liquid within them, while the 4th is cracked open and empty.
That sounds like blood samples.
I'm legitimately scared right now. And I shouldn't be because we are playing a game.
We're doing it. You're in the med bay.
I am in the med bay.
Are there any of these things that you'd like to examine more closely? Because I have like a full page write-up, and it's bulleted.
I imagine you do.
So just imagine the camera panning across the scene. Just ask about the things that come up.
The med pods, first of all.
Okay.
One, I mean, they're both clearly used.
All right. The broken med pod works, but anyone that uses this risks sepsis because of the unsanitary environment.
There's not enough autoclave in the world.
No.
The bloody med pod, you can barely see anything that's inside of it because, like,
Blood.
from the inside.
Dried blood from 75 years ago. I love it.
Splurt. I think Trevor just rolled a 1 on his stress die.
Panic. Hideous laughter. Per the spell.
Laughing my ass off is one of my coping strategies. It's not helping.
It's a good one. It's one of the better ones.
There is a medical computer next to that particular med pod.
Yeah, let's take a look at the computer. Computer has info. Let's roll another thing I ain't got.
You don't even have to roll for it.
Oh, cool! I love it.
It takes a few minutes to access or anything like that.
I love it.
But it appears that the attending doctor was doing an exploratory surgery. It wasn't even really like an autopsy as much as it was a
So whoever went into this
vivisection.
Ooh. Sections are nasty.
was the person alive when they went into this pod?
That's a vivisection.
The medical report does not refer to it as a person. It refers to a crew member's name. We'll call it Smith. It refers to Smith at one point and then does nothing other than refer to this thing as an abomination from here on out. But merely suggests that this was at one point Smith and was no longer Smith.
Okay. So he had changed, nothing had burst out of him.
Right. It will say things like a patient had complained of uncontrollable itchy skin. Aggression levels had increased to the point of complete lack of inhibition.
Mm-hmm.
Physical changes included an elongation of the cranial cavity.
Okay.
The report kind of ends abruptly.
And this is the broken pod, isn't it?
No, this is not the broken pod. This is the functioning pod that's full of blood.
No, full of blood or like
Oh, I mean,
with
like
blood?
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood, as if something inside bloodied it.
Right.
Are there streaks like something was clawing, or is it just like... Also, I'm not going to be able to do that sound effect again.
Spurts.
Squirting.
I don't want to go full Dexter here, but you want to get out your tripods and your red yarn to figure out the.
No, we're good.
Y'all listening to an alien podcast? So it's gonna be gore, okay?
I'm gonna need some time to decompress after this.
Sure. You're in the med lab. Let's go on to someone.
All right.
You all did ship stuff. You're doing med lab stuff. We've got Cham and Rye. Now, Rye, were you trying to split the party even further? Or?
No. All right. So what happens is we head off.
I'd just like to point out before we get too far into this that the company man wasn't the first one to knowingly betray everybody.
So we head down Junction 2, right? So we get to Deck B.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because we pulled up like a rough floor plan of this thing, right?
Yeah, Mother gave you a full floor plan.
Right.
Yeah,
so I'm going
this
to
is
turn
pretty
to
good.
Cham and I say, look, Cham, look. Shit's getting dicey. All right, we're going to be lucky if we survive this and they don't just cover everything up.
Bless you.
We get screwed out of a good payday, right? If the rest of that crew survive, we don't get a claim salvage on this. I don't want to do anything too shady, but there's 6 of them, because one guy's head exploded. That was fucked up. But they're still going to claim this, right? That means that there are 11 people just gone, right? 11 people who had things on this ship worth money.
Right.
Right? And we should just happen to go in and find those people's things. We got these giant work bags full of tools. They can be a little bit heavier. I'm not going to be selfish. That's why I'm letting you in on this. And I think the captain doesn't need to know, and neither does the corporate agent, because the corporate's just going to claim it.
Yeah.
He gets paid more than anybody else, right?
Right. Yeah,
Right. Who does the real work? Me and you.
Me and you.
Right?
Yeah.
And the captain, I mean, other than like not being able to use a computer very well, I'm not even sure what she does. Right? Sending people off to go die?
Right.
Like, hey, Davis.
She seems to panic a lot.
She does. I mean, she's definitely got emotional problems. Hey, Davis, why don't you go onto the exploding ship and take care of it, because you're the pilot, but she knows how to fly a ship. What was she before a captain? It's not like she was a captain.
Yeah, who doesn't know how to fly shit?
Right, exactly.
Rudimentary. I mean, you can at least set it in that direction.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So taking a reactor takes a long time, right? There's no immediate danger. The ship is blown up somewhere else right now, or will be soon. I don't know.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go over here and I'll check the maintenance logs. And then I'll make up some bullshit that makes it sound like it's going to take a lot longer than it's actually going to take.
That sounds good.
Multiply it by 4.
And then we can just go on over to the living area, the barracks, on level B, and just, do a little perusing, do a little shopping.
We got a problem though, and the captain's in the med lab, so we're going to have to go through like some duct work to get there.
I'm okay with duct work.
Okay.
All right. Let's just make this happen.
Let's do it. Let me go check this terminal, see what's really going on, and then we'll come up with something.
All right.
All right, let's go check out this maintenance terminal. Where is the closest one? Let's see here. We're in B2 right now, aren't we?
We are in B2.
Let's see here. There's a terminal.
We left before the captain, so we don't even know where the captain is.
Right.
They're behind us. Up on A in the cryo bays at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking to see where we can get terminal access. We
can get it right there at the living area.
Well, that's the science lab one.
So you've got terminal...
Access terminal.
Mess hall. We can go to the mess hall.
All right, let's go to the mess hall.
That's above.
That's
on
fine.
the right side of it.
That's fine.
I bet you the food here costs too.
So we'll go there. We'll go to the mess hall. We'll steal some of their food while we're there, too.
Yeah. You know what?
Have 100-year-old gin in here.
Let's do that.
So you guys are going to check the mess hall, and then you're going to check, like, the living area?
Yeah.
The role of Mother was played by Puddles of the Strange Gods podcast. Ambient music provided by Tabletop Audio. Original 10-minute ambiances and music for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.